No warp gates prepared yet.
You need to try and pick off the units as look at the shields on the mark.
Oh my god, the ball's gonna take him.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Terminus Re, which is, I've always had to say, a very awkward name for a map.
Why?
Well, Terminus Re? What does that even mean? You know, is it Terminus RE or?
I know there's like a bunch of other Terminus too. There's like Terminus
SE
and
yeah.
Terminus SE, Terminus P.
Terminus Bs! Oh my god!
Know.
Yeah, that's the map where only carriers are allowed, folks. So bringing the one and only White Raw in the blue trunks. He is playing Protoss to the east versus his opponent, the one and only Mousesports Mana. He is in the blue trunks and he is playing Protoss to the south.
And this is going to be an interesting game. Which strategies are they going to use? How are they going to play out? There's a lot of mind games as well, being a best of 5. And I think the momentum obviously going to be in favor of Mana now. But stuff like that doesn't even bother White Raw. He is a man of stone. Nothing upsets him. Nothing puts him on emotional tilt.
Yep, he's crunchy on the outside, smooth on the inside, folks.
And,
there's nothing to say after that, is there? That just pretty much ruined everything.
I can't say anything after that.
No, I wouldn't say so. It's like, ask his wife, you'll find out. Whatever the case, White Raw will be going to this game thinking, hey, well, I lost the first game, it's okay. And Gateway's going down, both at the same time, 30 supply for both at the moment. And White Raw not scouting as early this time around. I think he identified that as possibly an error in his play.
And yeah, it's going to scout, and it looks like both players are going to scout each other first of all. They've both got it in the right way. They're going to high-five kiss, or wag their tails next to each other.
A high-five kiss. That sounds incredibly inconvenient and difficult to coordinate.
Sounds like something out of Sims when they're like getting married or something. High-five kiss.
Yeah, that's the euphemism for getting married in The Sims. Good lord. Yeah, I'm not even going to start with a whoopee and nonsense like that. Why do I even know that? That's kind of scary. I think it's because
everybody's played Sims.
Yeah,
you can't hide it.
You can always blame. It's like my girlfriend slash wife slash sister slash significant other of some description plays it. Honest.
It's the same as Glee. Like everybody says, no, I only watch Glee because of my girlfriend does. Like, no, I know you.
I don't actually watch Glee, by the way. I just want to point this out. I have no interest in it at all. It's not got enough explosions.
Yeah, maybe if they had some StarCraft 2 in there, maybe I should apply for the next GLA, maybe apply for the next Glee cast and be the StarCraft
Glee
geek.
cast.
The English foreign student that comes across.
And play StarCraft for no apparent reason. You're not Asian enough. They wouldn't go for it. No one's going to believe that. Whatever the case, White Raw going for an assimilator, as is his opponent. They're both going for 2 gas at this point. So we'd expect a little bit of a longer game.
White Raw always going for that fast second gateway and getting that, getting the stalker count up quite high early on. And that's always a great defensive maneuver so that you can deny any form of 4-gate. You can, scout around for the probe. And when your opponent pushes out with the Stalker and Zealot, you're going to have 2 Stalkers, so you're going to be able to micro better and basically push him away quite early on. So, nice opening from White Raw. Now he's stopped his Chrono Boost. We're at 21 probes now for White Raw. He'll be shortly stopping probe production at 24. That's completely standard in this matchup. Once you hit full saturation, that is.
Of course, yeah. And why would you not? A lot of these PvP matches are decided by one base. They really, really are. So we'll see as to whether or not this one is. I mean, it is Terminus Re. You can expand, but expanding in PvP is incredibly risky.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Mana throwing down the robotics facility so fast just after the first gate here. And on the other hand, we have White Raw, still only on the 2 gates, could possibly throw down a robotics facility of his own. Yeah, he's going to do that. There goes the robotics facility for White Raw, and then the second gate for Mana now after the robotics facility. So it's a little bit faster. We'll most likely go for an observer straight away so we can find out what he's doing, and probably the same for White Raw. And then we might see some kind of immortal play, depending on if they want to go immortals. Do they rush straight up to robotics bay? In this instance, going for robotics bay is going to be a lot better.
Can you think of anything more boring than Immortal versus Immortal?
Infestor versus Infestor.
That would be fairly irritating, I'm going to say. Infest a neural parasite on the Infestor, who then infests the Infestor, who then... Yeah, let's not even go for that.
What a train wreck that would be.
Yes. I was trying to make an Inception joke there, but I can't come up with it, even though it sounds very similar. So we'll just say there was an Inception joke there, but you didn't see it. It was hidden inside another joke, which was hidden inside a non-joke.
That's good. It's a good follow-up.
Yeah, so, I was trying to save it there.
We have the Observer at now for Mana, just slightly ahead, and he is going to go for an Immortal first of all. Neither player knowing what they're facing, really. They're so in the dark. This is the stage where it's basically coin flips a lot of the time to realize what your opponent's doing. If White Raw is going for Blink Stalkers, then getting the Immortal out is really good. If he's going for fast Robotics Bay, Mana needs to have his own Robotics Bay ASAP.
Yep.
So there's a lot of 50-50 decisions that are coming across, and players that have to make that because of the way the game is. But now the Observer is coming across for both of these players. It's in where his Mana is. It's in the middle of the map. Oh, did he lose it? Oops. Whoopsie daisy, he walked into White Raw's...
that was not good.
Yeah.
That was really not good at all. So what we've got here is we've got Immortals coming out for Mana, but they are supply blocked at the moment. And we've got a fast Robotics Bay for White Raw. So Colossus versus Immortal, an interesting matchup.
Indeed, and he's been forced to actually... hold on, why is this? Oh, why is the Immortal blocked in my...
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, he's blocked. It was stuck behind the pylon.
I've never seen that before.
I didn't think he was supply blocked, and now he is. He's actually... oh, wow, Mana, good lord. He now realizes supply blocked. So that Immortal's been delayed for a long time. He's actually cancelled the Immortal and gone for another Observer.
I was like, has my game broken? Why
yeah,
is
it's like,
what's
up with your computer? Is it frozen up? No, in fact. It's like, that is very, very curious.
Okay.
Right, so White Raw is going for a mix of Zealots and Stalkers and Colossus against his opponent's Immortal.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many Zealots because he needs all his gas into the Thermal Lance, all into the Robotics.
It'll be helpful as well.
Too. And the thing is, because Mana lost that first Observer, he has no idea what's going on. And now another Observer hunt here. White Raw will lose his.
One apiece in this best of 3 Observer hunt series going on right here. We'll see who ends up coming out on top right now.
And Mana does realize, though, obviously, that there is a robotics facility out for White Raw, so goes ahead and adds on his own robotics bay. He's just behind in tech now, and there is a big time now for White Raw to push out. He doesn't need to expand. He just needs to throw everything at Mana now, and he could take the win quite easily. Mana's invested a lot into the Immortal, which won't prove to be so useful in this matchup, simply because there's so many Zealots.
Yep.
The Colossus is going to be so far back because of Thermal Lance, and he's also invested 400 in the Nexus. And White Raw's bringing a probe with him now, so I'm going to presume there's going to be a forward pylon, and then we're going to see a lot of Zealots and so on warped in for White Raw, and I think he should be able to walk over Mana here, and it's all because of that Observer fight early on.
Yeah, it's funny how that actually works out, isn't it? It's all the small things, folks. And expanding, a very risky thing to do in this kind of matchup. Now, he hasn't cancelled the expansion. He thinks he can go for it. Of course, Mana has an Observer in the middle of the map. He knows what's coming in his direction. It's going to be one Colossus apiece. However, White Raw does have a second one hobbling its way across the map, I believe. There we go, second one now in the group, and looking for some aggression. Here we go. And that advanced firepower right here from those Colossus is going to decide this, I think. So much extra range. The Zealot's in the mix right now. The Immortal is alive for the time being, and will start to chew through the Stalkers, but the shields are now down, and the Colossus reaping a terrible toll, and really this is kind of one-sided.
Yeah, there's nothing that Mana can do here. He needs to tap out. That's what he can do. As White Raw is just going to warp in more units, hasn't got an expansion. All his resources are into units. And unfortunately for Mana, going to drop a game, going to lose a little bit of a momentum. But hopefully he can stay strong.
Yep, we'll see.
Stay strong.
GG, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. White Raw takes the second game that he needs to go to the best of 5. That was the third game, so it's 2-1 in this best of 5 series.
Match point now for White Raw.
Yes, indeed. He could go into the winners, the grand finals, in fact, after this one. What a fantastic play that would be. Would be, I believe, if he won this would be his biggest tournament win of all time.
I don't know, actually. I'm just trying to think about it. I don't think he's won anything really major. Off the top of my head, I don't think he... Well, I guess he won Home Story Cup 2, which is quite a decent tournament.
Nowhere near as large as the IPL 2, though.
Yeah, definitely. IPL's a lot bigger, though. That's the only kind of tournament I can think that scales up to it. But excellent game for White Raw. Nice, cleanly executed.
Yep, it could still go either way, honestly. It really could. So we will see exactly what ends up happening right here as we're moving on to Game 4. You're watching the one and only IGN Pro League Season 2. That's by myself, Total Biscuit.
And myself,
Don't go anywhere, folks. Still plenty more action to come.